agreement to find financing for those who need house rentals or person house PLC. This is the man I go to facilitate the process. So I'm gonna step out of the way. It's working out. And come up here, come on way. Education, thank you.
I just want to take a minute to give God praise for our great Lord.
Amen.
So, little background on me. This is my neighborhood. I grew up here on the west side, off 6 Mile Avenue. I grew up in high school. First, my home. I love it here, and I want to be part of the revitalization of the city and taking back the city. So, I've been doing home loans since 2010. I started with what was formerly Quicken Loans, now Rocket Mortgage. Moved on to short mortgage and wholesale mortgages back in 2017. I went out on my own as an independent mortgage loan officer to go into the community and from behind the computer. So for beginning my career, behind the computer, I didn't get a chance to talk to people face to face, and I didn't have access to enough programs to help people I really believe needed help. So I went out on my own, and being out there in the community, in the state of Michigan, I noticed there was starting to be a lack of inventory. Every home that we would look at needed some work, needed some renovations. People didn't have the money available to get those renovations. And so knowing this program was available, which was speaking about 203K, FHA 203K, you probably heard about that, right? Anybody heard that term? Or Fannie Mae Freddie Mac's, or Fannie Mae's version, which is their conventional loan, called home style. So if you don't have the money readily available to renovate that house, the lender will lend that to you. So what I'm here to do is to give you a rundown, and me and my partner Walter, we always talk about divine order. And as long as you follow the divine order, this program can be easily obtained. So one of the benefits that this program, that the 203K brought to my business, and to everyone else, was if you're looking for a home and you have something in mind that you want. Okay? You have something in mind, whether it's the color scheme, or the setup of the property, you have something in mind. So what you find is you're overpaying for someone else's room. So, and even for realtors out there, right? The buyers, they have their wants, they have their needs, and usually the sellers want to pay that. So I want to offer something different, and it's been my niche since 2018. I partnered with Walter in 2018. I want to explain a bit of where he falls in line with this process. But again, this is just, I got into this because I have a passion for putting the city back together, taking the city back, getting your own piece of your property, your piece of America. So how does this work? Let me just give you an example. Okay, you take a house, maybe somewhere down there on Bentler, it's been sitting for maybe a couple of years, right? Maybe new roof, maybe new foundation. You're not going to buy that house as is if you don't have the liquidity to repair that home. So the way it works is if you were to buy a home for $100,000 and the renovation cost is $100,000, your total cost to purchase that home is $100,000. That's what you put your down payment. So in the end, your down payment is going to be based on those two factors: cost of the house and cost of the renovation. You can use this program to purchase your home or renovate the property. it's gonna be, again, based on your active renovated value. So I'll get into that as well, but there's many benefits to the contractors and to you as a homeowner. Is your security of your disbursements, that's where Walter comes in. It's, you know, you're not just paying someone out of your pocket, right? These funds must be held in escrow as the work is being completed. If anyone has a question, I'm okay with you raising hand. But again, this is, you know, again, yes. Usually the process will start to finish, you mean from start to closing. Yeah, this usually take you about 30, 45, sometimes 60 days to complete that. So, and I'll get into that, that's where I'm getting into next, it's really qualifying. But if the whole, yes.
Should we say our questions?
Mhm.
Well, I want to know, like, what is the, financial amounts? Is there a cap?
The cap is at your FHA county minimum, which is, I think it's like $464,000. You can buy a $400,000 house in this program, renovate, as long as the total cost and purchase of the house doesn't exceed that county limit.
So let's say the county limit is 460.
It's like 460.
Okay, so that's the county limit. What is the 2 or 3K cover out of that 460?
Covers the purchase of the house and renovation. So,
Okay,
so
gotcha.
you buy, let's just say you found a house in West Bloomfield for $250,000 and needs work, and he needs $150,000 worth of work. $400,000 is your total cost of your acquired house, and that's what you put your down payment on. So your down payment at 3.5%, you do the math, $15,000, $16,000, rather than coming out of the pot for $100,000.
So the purchase might be minimum, okay.
So total cost of the purchase and renovation.
What's the work on that?
I'm gonna get into that, so this is a good question. We do minimum 580. My companies, it depends on the lender though. I'm a mortgage broker, so I don't work with renter for a bank. I have a network of banks that handle this one. They handle the closings, right? I am the one that pre-qualify you. I'll be the one to, you know, check credit income to ensure that once we submit the application to the lender, that it's closing on those smooth. So I have to do an extension. I will probably pre-qualify you a lot tougher than the lender. So just to make sure that they go smooth. And the types of properties you'd be looking for, look, if you're going to use this program, if the houses have been flooded 4 times, the roof is collapsing, you walk in, it's down, I mean, look at this house, it's studs, it's probably a good deal. But, you know, the flooded 4 times, it's got, the roof is collapsing, tree fell on the house, right? You want to turn it, you know, you want to knock out every wall in the house, okay? Best properties to look for are those, you know, I don't know if to say it in a nice part. Grandma, you know, right there, he fixed the house and he fixed the house, didn't change the wallpaper. He didn't change the carpet, the bathroom's still clean. Okay, it's got that old, wood paneling, right, you know. Those are good homes to pick, because the renovation, most of the application, because right now, it's roof based on the time. And they make sure the basement got bottom. Okay, you get that, right? So, those are the best properties to look for.
Yeah, you just described a good property to look for. This program covered like DLBA houses. I wouldn't think it would, but
DLBA?
yeah, land bank houses that is complete crud.
No. It will if it's feasible. That's what Walter's gonna come in. However, land bank question is a good question. You have to get that land bank lien released. Okay, if you got that punch list of the land bank, I can't do anything with the, get that punch list together. So using this property using this program with a property required from the land bank, and the land bank still on the title, you can't do it. Okay, you gotta get that punch list done. Now, that punch list may not be complete renovation. You can acquire it and then get it to me, and then I can do things from there.
Say for example, I bought a house and I still need to do the renovations, can I refinance into a rehab?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's what Rich showed. You can use this to purchase and renovate and, refinance, both with the FHA and conventional. So, you use both. I mean, sometimes you can't go with FHA, you gotta supplement something with the government, and then you gotta go conventional, to not really build conventional. Qualifying, that's really what I wanted to do. 580 credit score minimum. Your standard FHA qualification apply. As far as like what is going to make this go, well, you gotta find, well, first, you have to call Wall first, tell everybody first, get your inspection on that house. Whether you're refinancing or purchasing, get Walter out there with EPT inspections out there to look at that house and tell you what needs to be done, because you probably don't know what needs to be done. So he's gonna go in there and provide you with a report. You're also gonna ask him to do a feasibility study to determine if it's even worth it to do this. Because if you might have a home that where, you know, even if you drop $200,000 into it, it's still only worth 120 grand, that's not something you wanna move forward with. Well, that's what PDT inspections and Walter company. He will provide you with a work write-up, feasibility study, and work write-up, actually makes it even easy for contractors here. He'll provide you with scope of work. I talk to the contractor. He's gonna provide you with scope of work that will at least let you know where to start, right? These are the items that need to be done. That's gonna eliminate some of the walkthroughs for you guys as well. And it's gonna bring some transparency to you as a homeowner, because you'll see every single point that needs to be done. You hand that list to the contractor, and he's gonna provide you, he or she is gonna provide you with a bid. That bid is,
I'm sorry to part of my question is redundant, but does the program work for like multi-units? So if I find like a 5-unit apartment building?
up to 4 years.
Up to 4.
Up to 4. I got you. So, great example. I post a couple of multiple units in this program, and you can use the rents that you're going to get on the other units to qualify. Back to the work write-up. Also, what Walter's going to do is he's going to break down that feasibility study into mandatory repairs, recommended repairs, and then you can provide them with things you want. What the mandatory repairs are the things that the city, even with their city inspections, for those who want to turn into an investment, that'll cover those contractors. Also FHA, and I don't like to use the word HUD, but if you were cashing out with FHA, if anybody's had an FHA purchase, you know the FHA will redline your house if they see any leaks or peeling paint. Well, that mandatory item list that Walter will produce is going to be a list of items that an FHA will require you to have done in order for you to get any finance. So he'll provide some clarity in that, right? And that's why it's so important, why we're being him a lockstep, because I rely on his report to move forward with finance. The appraisal is going to be based on the contractor's bid. So once he's done with his work write-up and his feasibility study, he's going to provide that will cost scope of work to the contractor. Contractors provide the bid, and now we can appraise the house. The appraisal is not going to be based on the as-is value of the home. The appraisal is going to be based on what the house is going to be worth once the property is renovated and the scope of work is completed. So, again, take a house. Use house on rent as an example, right? If you bought that house for $75,000, it needs $75,000 worth of work, $150,000 worth of total project or its total cost. but the after renovation value is 100 million. You walk into $30,000 worth of equity day one, once you work complete. Now, you could buy the same house, the same renovation, and just pay $1 million. Which one you think is probably a better option, right? So that's why we talk about generational wealth. We are repeatedly giving away that wealth to, no offense, but the investors that are renovating these homes and pricing them 20 grand over this, and you're paying. Let's stop paying that and do this stuff ourselves. That's why we're here. Keep that money in your pocket.
Do you all offer any special considerations for someone as far as,
So you've already purchased the home? Okay, so, yeah, it's in, if as long as it's in your name, you've been, for HUD, as long as you've had the home for at least 6 months, you can do it under conventional as well, you purchase the home as well. So if you own one, yeah, no, it's just like a refinance. Yeah, no, you've already acquired title, there's no other liens on the property. Just the back lien, yeah, you can get a regular mortgage on it. Okay, what happens in that case is we pay off the old, so 203K, we pay off the old mortgage, so we're actually refinancing the old mortgage. There's a case in Southfield where we lowered our interest rates and got a renovation done at the same time.
is the program only for like homes in your personal name?
I'm sorry.
Is the program only for homes in your personal name?
If it's in a business name, it's an investment property, and then you have to go conventional on the refinance.
But the program is still good.
It is. There, the banks do have, some of my lenders do are funny about if they're in a business name, but they understand it's investment property. So there's ways around that as well. But it's easier, I tell you, it can be done, okay, but it's easier if it is in your personal name. But if it's in your business name, give it to me anyway, I'll make that. Because at the end, I'll go conventional as an investor. But now here's the caveat, if it's an investment and it's a multi-unit, you have to go FHA, it means you need to occupy one of those units. Just going off of the fact I ended with you, I left off at the appraisal. Okay, the appraisal is gonna be based on that, the renovated value. And they let you go up to 110% of the actual renovated value. So FHA, that's on the FHA side. Conventional rules still apply, you need 5% down of the total project cost. I always go, I like to go with the FHA to just get more money available, but in certain cases, conventional is better for you. That's why I come in to customize the program to your situation. Your situation may be different, of course, just because, well, conventional might work for me because I'm in that state, might turn into a rail down the road. I want to use my FHA financing on something else. So you just have something for your situation that program. So once the appraisal comes back, your standard underwriting happens, your standard conventional or the standard FHA underwriting happens. Right? Your regular income verification, just your standard, your debt ratios, whatever, assets, right? And then we close. The post-closing is actually where I really want to get into, because then that's when PPT inspection Walter comes in, and he is responsible for ensuring that the work is completed and no funds are being moved until the work is completed or materials are on site. He is, I hate to call him the HUD coordinator, because I don't like using the word HUD. Or that it works for me. I call him project manager, and he's there to ensure that disbursements go out accordingly. Let me give you a horror story. My very first 203K close in that gentleman declined because he didn't meet the HUD coordinator. HUD coordinator, or project manager is only needed if your project exceeds $32,000 every month. Well, this particular contractor, came in, did demos. I ain't scared you guys, but I'm just letting you know I afford this, man. My very first one, did the demo, got a check for $15,000, and never went back. And guess what? He wasn't even one of us. Well, found out. Okay, say it like that, but you understand what I'm saying. Okay? And this was a brother who had purchased his first house with a dream of getting his home. This was when my dad was cheap. And yeah, 30 grand out the door. What we found out later was he just rolled up a bid, and this bid wasn't even close to what was needed to get this house up to standard. But we didn't use the coordinator, so that's the risk you take when you do this program and say, well, I don't need cash down. When you're over $32,000 with paying, so I just want to let you guys know that part. But you are protected. You know, at the end of the day, that's what he's here to protect. One, the contractors from not getting paid, and protect you from not getting out. So, I want just a couple of additions to this post-closing. The contractors can get a draw for your materials. You can get a draw early for permits. And if you need any other initial disbursements, make sure you run that by Walter to ensure that you get, your funds as early as you can. Both of those disbursements are signed off by you, Walter, and the contractors who need to receive on those disbursements. So basically, for a contractor, it's like the money in escrow is much better than the money from a bank account and vice versa, right? Anybody's heard of these nightmares if you get something like that for a crime, that's different. You don't have that. One caveat that gets to be a surprise when we do start this program is they put money aside, so you'll find out that they put money aside in case like there's unforeseen things happen, right? Like you open up the wall and try not to catch termites, or you try not to catch mold, they put money aside for that. Let's just say there's no problem. You can there's potentially use extra funds for other work. As you're getting cross change orders under the process. So there's some flexibility to the entire program as well. And then there's, at the end, once the work is complete, the contractor releases his lien. And usually I would be calling you within 6 months and give you a checkup to see if rates lower. And then within a year, I'm gonna refinance your home using the new value and the job in your mind within a year. Because you already have the equity in the home, because you saved it from the home.
When you say release the PMI, is that for the conventional?
Conventional and FHA. Well, because if I can refinance you, here's what happens, if you do it that way, take an example, but let's just say if you go in and buy a house for $100 grand, you put 50 grand in work into it, and it's worth 180. A year from now, it should be worth 190, and you pay down the mortgage, you all of a sudden got plenty back into the house. I don't need everything, I don't need that fixed financing anymore. I just refinance it for conventional loan, so walk up. So you have to pay one. So, yeah, it's almost like a fast track to get rid of the PMI. And then, like I said, once the work is complete, the contractor releases lien on the house. You have a lien on the house, while you're pretty much lien there, you have to release it. And then once that lien is released, like I said, the house is yours, and you enjoy your home, your new home, your with color scheme, cabinets that you want, door that you want, right? That question?
Yeah, the mortgage insurance premium is permanent.
You don't have FHA, you stay in that FHA.
I mean,
If you stay in that FHA loan. But in a year, I'm gonna be calling you to a checkup, to see if I can get you out of the FHA loan, so I can drop the PMI.
so you refinance out.
Yeah, I can refinance you out at full pay plus don't use your contingency, which is money set aside for incidental. At the end, when the contract releases its lien, let's just say you had 10 grand worth of contingency, and your loan was 150. After it's done, they give you an automatic, what they call principal reduction of $10,000, or whatever was set aside for those fares or whatever. You know, if you didn't use that money, they reduce your loan amount. So when I go to finance you, I think, well, I thought I owed 150. No, you only owe 140 because you didn't use the contingency. That's another way to get you out of my as well. Yes.
So when you're refinancing, the buyer's gonna be responsible for any closing costs, or are you rolling that into?
I can roll closing costs
I don't know.
in. That's all right.
So you mentioned like the contingencies, right? So, if the contingency money has not been used, can it be lowered before the refinance, or has the loan already been written up for a certain amount and you have to close?
Good question. So give you a scenario again. You close the loan this year for $150,000, right? You get $10,000 in contingencies.
Yeah.
When your work is complete, that $10,000 in contingencies, they reduce your principal by $10,000. So it
Automatically without refinancing?
without you having to refinance. Yeah. They just won't recast the loan.
What do you,
We change the payment automatically.
got it, so it's just a principal lower?
Yeah, so like lower principal, so you don't pay more to the equity.
Right.
Right? So when I go to refinance you, you should have 10-15% equity in the house. Favorite PMI. They have PMI, I can remove PMI at 15% equity. You can pass at 10. But it's probably a fast track to get 20, sure.
And that's 6 months to wait to refinance?
6 months from, 7 months, 210 days from the day you close. All right, 6 months to occupy. But I always tell people, wait a year. It's good to just wait 1 year. But I'll still do a checkup within 6 to 7 months to see if there's benefit. I mostly find that benefit within that first year. So I check on you 3 times. Right, I check on you, 7 months, 6 months, and then 9, and then 12. Just because again, at 6, rates can be lower, I gotta do it again. At 9, rates will be lower, I have to do it again. And at 10, I can use that new value on the house. I'll have to use that after that initial, after that paid value, and do that. Check, any that with the house. Let me see if I'm listening. I think I covered all my points. I'm open for questions, still more questions.
Okay, so I did it to agree with you.
You did?
Yeah, I agree with myself. So the equity that I have in my house, can I apply that towards another project? Like say I want to get like a duplex and fix out and make it like an investment.
You mean like another, somewhere else?
Yeah, but I still want to occupy my house.
Okay, so you want to buy one as an investment?
Exactly. Can I use the equity that I got from our renovation house and apply it towards that?
If you cash it out.
Okay.
And then that means you can only cash out of 80% of the value, so, yeah, you can use the equity that you have built, to cash out on your house that you have the 2 or 3K on, you can use that to put down on another house.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. And that's generational wealth right there.
Piggyback on this, what you consider is no, like, limits how many certifications you're in retirement.
You can carry one government loan. So before I do another government loan, I need to refinance you out of that government loan. But you can do as many home style as you want. As many of the home style is conventional version of 3K. Fannie Mae version, so you have 2 or 3K and you have home style.
So if a person has a FHA in one house, and they're over that past year, and they wanna do 2 or 3K for maybe another house, they gotta refinance out of that old house in order to get to the new one.
To use that, FHA on the new
Got
one. Now, if you want, you keep your FHA, go conventional on the other house, and still do home style.
What's on sale?
That's, Fannie Mae version of the renovation.
Okay, is it a higher, requirement?
There's your conventional requirements, higher credit score. Yep, higher credit score, a little bit more down payment. Yes, sir.
How long do you have to retain that home, or how long does it have to receive?
How long is that received before you can refinance? Correct. Before you, so 210 days from closing, 6 months to occupy, 6 months to the day to occupy. That's seasoning for refinance. Now, I will tell you, you can refinance anytime it gets this hard.
Yeah,
Like, if you refinance within that 6 months, it gets difficult.
and you pay more.
Well, with that, you have to use the value that you purchased the house at. Right? So it gets hard. That's why I said about 6 months in a day. And HUD requires you to live, or FHA requires you to have occupied that house at least 6 months in a day as well, prior to it. The flipping rules, flipping rules apply if you own the house for 90 days, you can still do it. Okay, so if you just bought the house 90 days ago, you should be still. Because it's easily called flipping. So if you bought a house 90 days ago, 91 days ago, I know. But as far as like only buying it, refinancing it, using mortgages, I was looking to give it 6 months. 210 days from closing, 6 months occupied. That means occupied out 6 months, 210 days. Sorry for that. No, this program is it's not, how do I say it? It's not enough people know about the availability of repay, home style financing. I've been blessed to get this information and I'm here to share. And I'm not gonna sit there and hold it for myself. Right? Oh, no, actually.
How do we reach you?
I have my green cards on this table.
Okay.
And if anybody's interested in pre-qualification, I would be hanging out, because I can pre-qualify you as well.
Thanks.
One of the issues I find out, I do home buyer education through one of my years in the organization. And when we're teaching the class, helping people to understand the home buying process, a lot of people don't get the 203K, FHA versus conventional. They always, oh, I just got to get FHA, but oh, that cannot be the best. It's like the VA loans may not be the best for you. But going further than that, it's also about understanding the process, and you can't do this on your own, right? You need your team, and you need to make sure that you're patient and you understand what you're gonna have to do, in that process. And a lot of people will start out saying, oh yeah, I wanna buy a land back home, I wanna do all this and that, and then halfway through the process, they can't continue. So this isn't something that is, you want to take lightly. You need to understand, what you're doing, and working with the team is going to be the most important. Because Walter comes and he talks about home inspection with our, the group that we do monthly. And a lot of people are afraid to ask the question, right? You don't get as many questions as you should. And so something like this is really good and really great to help people understand that you guys put the skin in the game, but you also have to put your mind to it and say, hey, you know what, this is what I want. Okay, this is right. And then the contractor. These fly-by-night contractors that are ripping people off. You really have to vet these people and know where you get these people from. You can't always use your uncle or your cousin or somebody that didn't work for a neighbor that did some other work for a neighbor. You have to really put,
And let me add to that. Contractors have to be licensed. You gotta have your limited liability insurance. And I always recommend contractors, you don't have to be completely liquid, but, it helps, right? It makes the contract go faster if you've got some operating cash. If you don't have operating cash, we'll still make it work for you for the contract. So, yeah,
We're helping with the draw on
Yes.
this, right?
He'll give you your initial draw, and he'll guide the process of your biggest draw, so that way you can continue to keep the project going. Real quick, I think I'm running out of time. Well,
So the contractor conversation, right? That's kind of been a theme, right? Trying to find reliable ones, vet them, they start out.
Yeah.
Is there like a network or any kind of? Got it, thank you.
that's what we're here to, is to really bring the contractor to the fold, so you guys can understand, I put my contractors in here, you guys understand how simple this could be, and how not complicated it is, so you're not scared when you hear 203K. Because I know you probably heard nightmares, okay? You probably heard it from unlicensed professionals, right? But tell me something, what part of what part of this, is there any part of this anyone's not clear on? As far as from the start phase? You know, when do you do this, or when do you do that? Is anybody just maybe miss something? And don't be ashamed to ask, because I think it's important.
So let me tell you what I also do. We start out, when we're doing the classes monthly, because we understand that there's an inventory shortage, and where we're gonna find homes, right? We're gonna find them in the existing homes that we currently have. And me also being a real estate broker, I'm saying, if you want to stay in the city, you want to do, get $25,000, you want to stack those dollars on top of whatever else the lender's giving you, you want to stay here, you can stay here, you just need to understand. You start this process early, right? Don't wait halfway into it and say, oh, I think I want to do this. It's like, scan the neighborhood, see where you want to live, pick your house, and start the process early. If you start late, because most people don't know contractors, right? That's the biggest hurdle, is getting those contractors so that people can get those estimates, get those things going ahead of time and be submitted. Because it's not gonna take, it's gonna take more than 30 days, it's gonna take more than 60 days in some cases, if you don't have.
If you don't have your contractor lined up, if you come to me today and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing 203K on a house, and you have to pick the house, first person you need to talk to is Walter. You need to also start finding a contractor to, you go on those walkthroughs, you pick that house, you need to schedule that second walkthrough for that contractor. I'm glad you brought that up.
Always gonna take your people with you when you go. When you know, line them up, you're gonna look at the house, take the person with you, so in their mind, they can start getting you ready, right? So when you get ready to submit your offer, and you're ready to, have your inspection, you're already, a quarter of the way done with what you need. So, and that's the most important, because the timeline runs out, your rates may expire, you may have a life-altering event that you need to make. Right, it's a lot that goes into it that people just don't understand. And it's patient.
But that's why we're team here, right? Because I tell everybody, call me today, something about those 203K, think about doing renovation on this. I'll give you the same skill I gave you today. I'm gonna give you Walter's phone number, and I'm gonna give you enough list of contractors to have one speed dial ready to go. So that way, when you get to the house, yes, it's cool, like you have to go the first time, but I got someone going to buy a house, yes, it might get involved. But once you pick that house, you get that second showing schedule, get that contractor over there so he can tell you, this ain't gonna work, that's gonna be about $80,000, right? No, you want to touch it, at least you go, right? And that's part of the preparation, and having that phone call with Walter, right? Which is why we're saying, it's Walter. I have gone over time. But I thank you for everyone who heard me. If you have any questions, I'll be over at the table. We have one-on-one, the consultation right over here at the table. Again, thank you all for coming. God bless you all, and thank you.
Let's give Terrence another call. We have to remember. Before we bring up our next speaker, I'd like to bring this gentleman up, that was my partner. He is, he's one of the contractors, I recommend that, utilize the services. The beauty of this particular contractor is he's so busy, he has a few minutes to take time to discuss his, he'll just come to me on that. So, at this time, Fred Jenkins, he's one of the contractors. One of the things that I want to do my skill, I want to emphasize this to the power. As much as Karen on in my life. We have other professionals here in the city of Detroit, just like we have other contractors here in the city of Detroit. So we combine all the contractors that we know, it's still not going to be enough. So not because we might feel out and out of that. That's exactly what one of my first contractors, he's gonna talk about a little bit about what this program has done for him. Fred Jenkins. Right, there we go.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to correct that, because Jenkins, there's a major Jenkins construction.
Yeah.
People call me like, no, not Jenkins construction. It's Jenkins construction service. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good to be here. This guy Walter right here is just a great man. And I didn't know him on some of these personal levels, kind of more on business level, but now I know why why he makes it so well. Because he's a great man. He has everyone's heart and interest, making sure they have things are taken care of and go really well. We work, Ben through is working on that as another nonprofit organization that helps people with homes, who bank in America. And he's an inspector there, and we met several years ago, and we just really jailed. Our business, our relationship has grown. And I'm just going to watch that. So he's a great human. I was sitting back here and I was listening. You can ask questions as we go. I don't think I have a whole lot of time, but I just want to hit. There's several things that I heard that I wanted to hit. First of all, me myself, I've done this type of work for me since my uncles and everything since I was a kid. An intellectual engineer, went to UAD University with UAD, it worked in General Motors for many years, but retired. So I've been at this full time now for about 6 years. Once separated from General Motors and I decided to then I did some malpractice shit. I want to clear up a couple of things real quick. First thing is, in the state of Michigan, you have to be a licensed residential builder in order to truly touch anyone's home. Okay? Now, what I mean by that is, if you're not a licensed builder, the Michigan law states that you can only truly solicit and work on a person's home up to $600. Right? So, you're not $600 for a particular job, you really aren't supposed to be doing it. Okay? As a non-licensed builder, residential builder. Okay? As a residential builder, you're not going to be doing electrical work, you're not going to do plumbing work, you're not going to do mechanical, heating, cooling. Okay? So those are some of the things. So now, what becomes the issue is, just like me myself, for many years, I was capable, right, doing work, doing a lot of work, but I was not licensed. So that meant that a lot of opportunities such as this, which is 203K loan, NACA, land bank development, things of that nature, you're out of that scope. You don't have you don't have that ability to be in that arena, right? Which takes the person or the builder or takes your business to the next level. Okay, so that's kind of one of the things. So you can find out if a person is a licensed resident builder. Unfortunately, I'm trying to look it up, but I don't have a website. But it is a Michigan, it is a Michigan website. I don't exactly make it up by the end of the time. But there is that opportunity. Okay, so now as a state residential licensed builder. First of all, I can carry insurance, right, which is a great thing to do, right? Also, I can put a lien on your property, right, as a licensed residential builder. If you don't pay me, if something goes wrong, I can put a lien on that bill. And then that means that, just like the young lady was talking about earlier, or Terrence, Brother Terrence was talking about earlier, is that lien has to be removed. So now you go about to sell that property, and I'm sitting on there in the hopefully as the first lien holder. Then you cannot sell that property without everything, ironing out the situation you need as a residential builder. You understand? Does that make sense? So that's part of the issue. So when you come into the program as a builder, you have to have a license. That's part of my qualifications to become a qualified contractor or first contractor. First of all, I have to have my liability insurance. Down the line, those things. Okay, so those are the things I kind of want to clear up. Now, I will say this real quick is that unfortunately, the most business that I get right now from 203K loans are from people who have had a contractor and that contractor has walked out. Unfortunately, I have two projects going pretty much right now where that's the situation. It's unfortunate. I'm not necessarily sure how to prevent that, other than I have no ability in me personally to walk away from the project. Take their money and walk. That's just unconscionable. I just don't understand how people do it, unfortunately, but they do. It happens every day. All right. So one of the things you have to really do is work with boss and make sure he's understanding everything. You have to have a mutual relationship. At least go follow up on the projects that a person has done, some things of that nature. There are a lot. You have to do some homework also on that individual. Another thing is, as people buy in homeowners, you have to temper your expectations sometimes. I know that we're super caught up in HGTV, I mean, really, you get some really, I'm just saying, you buy a home in the middle of the city, okay, you're gonna rehab this home. At this point, in a lot of cases, sometimes the home doesn't hold that value, right? So you're not gonna be able to make an open concept, add a bathroom, with all those kind of things. You're gonna have to get the house, have it more livable, decently, cleaned up, maybe slap the corner, cabinetry, things of that nature, but you just have to temper your expectations sometimes, if you're, in a certain situation. And then once you kind of get there, once you kind of understand that, okay, this is gonna be a beautiful home for me now, but it's not gonna be, it won't be, HGTV. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, you can get there, but not, some things are not gonna happen, right? So a lot of times, you wanna make sure that water comes in, your roof has to be tight, everything has to be, leaking, those kind of things. A lot of times, HVAC has to be updated, the house needs to have some, insulation, your electrical needs to be really, up to date. You have to have your GFCIs in the right places. A lot of times, your plumbing, you wanna move away from galvanized plumbing all the way up to PEX. It's really, which is a good idea. There's a lot of our older homes have galvanized, plumbing. Also, bathrooms are really, thing, because we call it Detroit style tile, but that tile, that pink, that black, that yellow, it's actually in a lot of other places of the country, done projects in Ohio. And it's actually, that concept is not formed, it's not only here, but at the time, it was really a big thing. But anyway, that tile coming out is, there's some nuances to that, that take a little bit of planning, a little bit of know-how, going in behind some people who've done it, who tried to remove it, and just didn't get all the bells and whistles right to make it work, but it can be done relatively easy. Okay, I'm sorry, I can talk all day on this. All right, here's the question.
Yes, Mr. President. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. Again, there's so much work to be done in the city. I'm not turning down nothing like that. So, thank you again for the wonderful words. So at this time, we want to my second speaker of the morning. We've been knowing each other for years, we've been working together. But I know her passion is something people get into different home. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring up Mr. John from home of and someone should follow that. Give a hand back.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So different for me. I'm a member here at the church as well. And I'm usually up in the mic. I'm doing praise and worship or stuff. So to sit here in front of y'all and talk about home is a little different for me. So feel that I won't bring on a praise and worship song and take down church. But anyway, my name is Melissa Giles, I'm home from MJ Realty. Some people call me Lisa. Brother Watch calls me Sister Jane. People call me MJ. Just don't call me. There you go. Well, I'm a real estate agent. My employee broker is Real Estate One. My original background is media sales. I have over 15 years of experience working with business, commercial television. And what that consists of, I was working with local businesses, some national businesses, advertising their business on TV. So I worked at 20, 7, Comcast, over here, and that's where my background comes from in sales. I always find myself exploring other businesses, but it's a reward for me to see and help companies grow their business, especially small business. It was just, I feel so good because when I talk to them, they're struggling, trying to keep their doors open. They come out of their pocket, put a little money into the commercial on television, and then now they're seeing a profit, experiencing this growth. That was very rewarding to me. I remember when my husband and I bought our first house, and the experience with my agent that worked with us. My agent took it very personally to make sure she met our needs, finds the house that we wanted. We had 3 kids at the time, and we needed a house with space, a basement, a nice yard, blah, blah, blah. And because she took her time to work with me, that was the trigger for me to become a real estate agent. I wanted to make people like myself become homeowners, I retired from my position as an account executive in 2007. I had some health issues. Then I went on and got my real estate license in 2018, and I've been practicing real estate since then. I find it rewarding to see people become homeowners. That is so exciting to me. I take it, I like my agent, I take it personally. So when I'm taking someone out to see their home, and, I know they have, children, and they live in this two-bedroom home, no, you're not gonna take a certain mortgage, you need that bedroom. So I'm not, I'm very, I take it personally because I want to see you happy in your home, that fits all your needs. Mr. Walker, Brother Walker, Leader Walker, told me with his vision, of today's contract work, one-on-one workshop. I thought it was a great approach to educate people about 203K loans, to potential buyers. I mean, as you heard, your parents talk about this loan, it's awesome, it's a great loan. It's like a no-brainer, it's a no-brainer to get involved, to apply for this loan. You know, buy a house, your credit score might be around 580 or a little higher, you're working your job 3, 4 years, whatever. You pretty much pay the bills on time. Every now and then, you may be a little late, but it happens to all of us sometimes. You know, I gotta pay that car note or the next month, but, you know, pretty much you, pay your bills. And you rent a home, and you pay your landlord thousands of dollars a month. I mean, the price of rent now has gone up so high. I feel the renters, we're gonna take them out, and, they want to look at a house for $1,800 a month. You know, and that's sad, because that's a lot of money for renting a house that you don't even, you know, it's not sure. So, so let's say Miss Lucy, I'm just gonna throw Miss Lucy out there. She hears about this little take loan, and she goes to parents, and she applies for the loan, and she approves for $150,000, let's say that. And I take you out, you find your home, you absolutely love it. You make an offer on the home, they call it a watch. No process, Mr. Walker, Miss Lucy need a home inspection. She likes this house. You need to come out and inspect her this house before you buy this house. So this Walker say, today everything looks pretty good in this house. But it needs to be plumbing jack. And repairs and fixtures plumbing are running you about $2,000. I ain't got no $1,000 to fix your plumbing. But I love it. And that's when the 203K loan is in. Because now, there's a loan too, there's a loan to loan. Mr. Water partner with lead contractors. He looked up the top one of these contractors, and, you did your job, you did the job, you fixed the home. Miss Lucy did her house, you know, Mr. Parents, he has, written a loan for you. I love this. So this win for everybody. You know, I want to say amen. Because I'm here speaking, I'm amen to everybody. I got both back because I know some different types of conversations this morning. But let's say you own your home. So you already own your home. And you need some updates and a new rule. FHA tool, pay loan, and fire loan for the year. And hire the contractor, that's contractor, right? Hire the contractor. And the next day, and just next to the contractor, and now, you know how to make it, well, small, and then, so how hard should we get? I mean, I sat there and I was with your parents talk about 2 or 3 kids, like, we have to take out. You know, I mean, the benefits is just that great, you know. Now, our purpose today was just to educate everyone about, educate them first-time home buyers, as first-time home buyers, and the homeowners about the benefits of 203K and connect you with contractors. So many people are unaware of this law. You know, and I think people, when they talk about buying homes, I really ain't got any money. I need to buy a home, you know, but they don't realize some people, really money, they I need to bring it home. I don't touch it, like I said, it's great. You told them, they give her a check back. These are the types of loans that are out here, we need to be more aware of. Most of my business is done by referral, I meet people that can buy or sell homes. They are so pleased with the work I do. They tell their friends or their family members about, say my client needs to work on their home. I mean, I know someone who's good with money, so I call myself, will say, hey, I call her and I say, you wanna try this with the money? You know, and she'll say, here's the name number, you know, call this person, and her name, share with their connection, we now have referral system going on, right? So this Contractor has put together a strategy today, and we all can help each other. This program is so good to contractors and our, type of other clients, they do, oh, sorry, I don't forget. This program is so popular that some of the contractors that are hired are really busy. You know, you're busy and somebody will give the contractors here to get some involved. So that this buyer, why does this inspection, you have to come in. That's why it's so important for us to work together. And sometimes I ain't familiar, that knows about, well, okay, well, is I mean, it's parents, talk about the whole detail. And he had a passion for them, and he talked about it, the ins and outs of it. So, you know, home buyers, sales, programs, I wanna do home. And then, okay, well, let's get you here, let's parents, and get you a nice home. Let's be, for those who are, first time buyers of my house. And I work with several vendors around here. Parents have more passion, that's the type of vendor you wanna work with, that knows the program, knows the ins and out of it, you know, they know what you need to get the work done. Some vendors will say, yeah, I just fill out the application, I'm sorry, you're not approved, whatever. This loan has a 580 credit score needed, yeah.
Goes right for our
No brainer, but we should own our house, you know that saying. It takes a village to raise a house, a village plus the home. So we need an agent, we need an inspector, we need a lender, we need contractors, you know, you need a home, we all live together. So being our referral village, is what I call a referral village. It's no point in doing that service. Now, so if I go to my referral village and refer you to do some work for me, I expect you, Mr. Contractor, that's here, to provide the best and most professional and timely service. So what happens in my timely review, they give you a great review, and now this you refer you to their friend. So, then I refer you to my next client that needs your service. So it's all the great things to be in your company. Then Mr. Contractor, I told you run into a person who needs a realtor. So since I work with you, you did my work, you call me and say, I got somebody that wants to buy a house. You know, that's how we all, and this is grow our business. This is how homeowners become, first-time home buyer or already home owner become, you know, get involved. The village, we have, each one property, it takes each of us. There's room for growth for all of us financially. All of our goals are pretty much the same, to make sure our clients have the best experience and to please the services we have provided. That's a big deal. I get along with the client and with regards to any contractor related. If my client say, I ain't heard from, said it's gonna be here Monday, it's now Saturday, you know. So that requires some work. And we as business owners try to do our best at all times. Sometimes you run into some clients that's a little rough around the edges, but it's okay. You know, we just take our patience with them. I tell the buyers that's a little rough around the edges, it's okay. I'm just gonna take my time with you and we're gonna make this happen. And if there's any other agents here beside me, share with your clients the benefits of this loan. At the end of the day, we all are connected to the people that help you in your life. And, that's pretty much all I have to say. And I'll be here for a while. Thank you, Mr. Walker, for including your workshop today. I hope you all take away some nuggets. If you have questions for me, be mindful of the time to get close. I'll put around the workshop. Okay? Thank you.
Let's take a listen. I look at my watch, we got 28 minutes. So, if you can hang with us for a few more minutes, I promise you to get you out of here by yourself. Can we do that?
Yes.
All right. Before I go and see another little thing here, I want to bring up another one of my preferred contractors. On a project, and I'll be honest with you, like I said, when somebody introduces something, you may have heard of it, you just go right by you, and then you actually get into it, you fix up the program, that's how it's going to be. So, you know what? Don't give it a go. So right now, we've been partners ever since, and I think it's this time, so. Gary, y'all still partners? Okay, there we go. So, without further ado, if you come help, each of you will want you to come up here for a few minutes to speak. What has a 2K that comes to your business, please come on up. You know about
Hi, nice to be here. This man right here in Boston got us started this school day program. And at first it was kind of like, how do we get our money, how do we get paid? You know, being a contractor, you out there, you get people home, you know, oh, I'll give you this down, I'll give you this, and promise you the world. And then when you do your job, when you come to collect, it's like, now it's a problem. I ain't got this, I ain't got that, you know, so when we walk in the total system program, it helps people, it actually helps people. We're a general contractor, we're just not contractors who we do from A to Z. We got our own HVAC, we got our own electrician, we got our own plumbers, and carpenters, we got to work. Whatever you need, we can provide. We are a general contractor. And that's why we like working with the wall, because like I said, we do home inspection, we go through, we get to know what we're gonna work with. What can be done, what can't be done. You got one we look working at, second one we're working with. First one we're about 3/4 of the way done. You got another one we get ready to start. And it was a job, it was a task. The way jobs are implemented. And how we look really bad, but then when we had everything inspected and it came through the building, people are gonna get home. So we're gonna do the work, but it's just short, it's a good program, but you need a general contractor. And then, like I said, there's people out there that can do work, but we'll do contractor. Like I said, all these homes, they get that big real estate. We're just here to help. I want to put back into Detroit, because my family's in Detroit, and I want to go back. So, that's all I got to say. I ain't got to say this. I just want to make sure everybody is happy when they get home, because the home is a very important thing. It's a big investment. When you put a lot of money, a lot of time into that home, and it ain't right, you gotta stay there.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you. Fred's one of our sponsors. And before I go to get my elevator speech at the municipal, so I'm going to go off script a little bit, just a bit. One thing that I met, you met all around here. And, one thing that I noticed about him as a character. And one thing about this business, you know, you watch the Fox, you probably saw it and all that stuff. And you see a whole lot of people trying to go to these contractors. One thing we missing is that's a lack of character. So, listen, if we have a minute to explain to us, it would be, that they want to invest in us. Mr. Jason Cole, come on. It's a line.
Jason Cole, I serve as the executive director of the Michigan Minority Contractors Association, I'm the director and report and Randolph. That's how I got into construction. I didn't take that class in school. 100. So, I'm from Cole, and more importantly, what I do, so what I do is I help my community. I used to be a folk kid, so I block cheese, rhythm, I know what that tastes like. And along the way, I worked for a lady for 20 years, happened to be my mother, and made her wealthy. Yeah, I made her wealthy, but I never forget where I came from. So I literally sit on 7 miles, 3 miles from where I was born and raised, and through that process of being in my community, uplifting one person financially, because I didn't have to the rest of my family. I then have figured out, like, I can support my community through education. So I teach folks how to be better contractors, real estate investors, developers. I'm teaching what I did how to build apartment buildings, so that's been fun. And can't wait to show more of my work in that space. And I don't do it myself, meaning I don't own my own work, but I teach other people how to build their own. That's not really what we are. And then the other part of what I do, my work is not just to sit and stand and talk, but also put money in the hands of black people. So I go in and talk to banks about getting loans and lines of credit to people who look like everybody in this room. That's again not normal for a person who's in construction. I take my work very seriously. But nobody asked me to do it. I get to stand here because I'm the lead to actually No. I'm on the other side of that. You look for other business out of this. I continue to do it because no one else is doing it. And so I'm not specifically certain what culture wants me to do. I talked with Catherine, we got artists and stuff, things start to say. So we're going to have little people in the room and making things happen. So I am here for this whole, I want to see the program be a success. I've done something truly unique. I've now started 17 associations of colored people who win at this game.
Good work right there. Thank you very much. So, this is my goal. Contract. Contractors Association. Listen, I'm just gonna get before I get out, I just want to do one thing. But all contractors that are here, listen. Because I want to emphasize, some of you are working, some of you are working, because I'm being honest with you, there's so much work in this city to be done. If you have the capacity to work outside of Detroit, bring it on. All the people that's sitting down, bring it to not profit organizations, home buyers, they need to see. There's too much negativity going on in this community because that contractor ripped off this family, contractor did this to a person. The reason why we did is because we want to see this is successful. You know, that you see stand up. These are successful. Whether you are licensed or not, we recruit you. So I just want you to say, listen, people sitting down. I know I'm sitting here. People sit down. These are contractors who want to go right by. So I just want you to keep them up.
I need all contractors, stop by my desk and please, put your first, last name, business information on this blank sheet of paper, please, if you don't mind. If not, that's okay, but I've got plenty of work, and I'm always looking for contractors, so please stop by this desk, and put your first, last name, drop me a card, I need any contractors I can get on.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this won't be quick. Listen, if my daughter, Miss Danielle Williams, she go past us, right, everybody. What that flyer is, that's basically what the president told me. So I want to waste my time saying my it's pretty much clear cut in this flyer. So I'm going to get to this to be a water connection. To all of my contractor friends and my just stood up. Some of you know the program. Those who want to get in the game, to take advantage of this opportunity. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to expand and grow your business, that we can have generational growth. To all of my home buyers that are here, home buyers that may be thinking about, you know what? It's a community over there on the west side that has a multi-family unit. You know, instead of me wanting to buy a single family home, maybe I want to develop my total and come and that. That's honorable work, despite what the media says. It's still honorable work. So can you imagine taking a two-family flat or one-family unit or a unit apartment style and convert them into a larger home? Not only that, you live in one of those units, but you have 3 units in an income for units. That's generational wealth. If you decide that that's not your game, at least you could be told. And you say to yourself, so this may not be for me, but you know what? It paid the bills, put food on the table, and you know what? That's what you want. I mean, shit, it gets to the point that we have so much fun, I didn't want to try it again as the best. So, the reason why we're here, well, the reason why we're here, I just wanted to alleviate some fears about contract. Let me tell you about a misconception, challenge the misconception about the 2-3-8 program and how you overcome. As as a contractor in these departments, not everybody that's a contractor is computer lit. We got AIs out there, you got ChatGPT, whatever, we got all of this stuff. But yet, when it comes to a point I put together a bid, I don't have either the help or I really don't have the time to do it. I'm busy, I'm taking out time. You know, as a consultant, it's also my job to make sure your job is you. It's also my job to make sure that you don't have time to generate this invoice for this bid or the I can help. I can help you. You know, how many people you know will take time to help you get busy so you can make money for your project? So that's just one of the things I wanted to bring that up. Another business section is cash flow. Now, you have to understand, I understand. Doing a 2 or 3K project, there's some preconceived notions you have to get to that. Now, a year ago, when the housing market was just coming off, we were so busy because we were there. That's how hot the market. You know, you could ask for 50% deposit in the job, get the job done. That's the model. No one say go get it in that car. That's what worked for you. That's what made your family happy. You don't want to have a job. But a 2 or 3K program or any other rehab product is really different. They want to make sure they don't want to see you on the news for saying that you took somebody's money. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times, in order to do this program, 10 regions early, HUD, FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, USDA, VA, there will allow you to get up to 50% of material to start. Now, if you're really fortunate to do a Fannie Mae, then you can get you that money put in your name. Now, let me be clear. As my role as a consultant, it's my job to make sure that money is going directly into that job. Now, you heard everybody speaking how we do the program. But as a consultant, it's my responsibility, at least for the first half of the job, to represent the whole body. It's my job as a consultant to make sure that you get that kitchen where you want it to be. After the minimum property standards have been addressed, then we're going to the things you really love to enjoy. A brand new kitchen, a brand new those things you come home all day, those are the things that are going to make you comfortable. But as soon as you close on that moment, my hat of protecting you, I add another, which is protecting the lender. The lender charge us consultants to go out there once a month to just do a draw request. Because contractors want to pay. We love to pay. But we can't pay for junk either. So I want to be absolutely positively clear for my contractor. One of the things that I love to do when I do a home sale, especially for investors, I love to look for this big one. Oh yeah, the basement is soft, it's painted, it's beautiful, it's not blue paint. Yeah, that's okay. Get my voice figure out. They have to address the foundation. Come on. How would you know that? And by real good things, you know, when it was really hot, crazy, with the way from home section, you get what you pay. So when my contractor says on business, I take this charge seriously. Because as this open, my job is to protect now. The lender who's putting 5, 6 figures into that project, but also to protect the home buyers so they don't get sued. So, come out there and do that inspection. I don't play with it. Because at the end of the day, when we got paid, when the forces start kicking in, I start looking at your home. When I get that call, 2:30 in the morning, saying that they know my foundation leaking, they swore, you promised, I paid for getting that water, foundation waterproof, that, I stay home. I take my job seriously. Not because the money, the money's good, it's fine. For my contract, that's what I like. The money's great once we get over the first one. Once you do the first one, you know how this project is, man, it's going, it's going. But one thing I want to encourage, that this program, everybody will benefit. If you do right, you will do more. Generational wealth is at our fingertips, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it doesn't take much to get it. You just have to be. I was serious. I was serious. Correct? We, you know, so I don't know about you, but I watch news sometimes, and I see us on TV and that. I don't know about you, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing this, because that's the easy thing. I mean, I'm tired of, you know, to my religion. I know religion on this easily go and say this house is great, let's go. And that's fine. But you know what? For to see our brothers and sisters who are on TV and you see what they're exactly, they lack encouragement. They lack hope. You know, how many times that you go through the process to my appetite? How many times you go through the process and they actually paperwork, paperwork. A year later, paperwork. But you can't push it into that home. Once it's fixed up, they got the box, but they had to deal with it. That's what we need to see more on the news, on TV, on social media. Success stories from us. So you know what? If anything else is going to come, take away from this presentation, workshop, there's money for all. There's generational wealth to be had. We just have to go out on faith and get it. So, I'm really telling the audience, don't be afraid to do this program. If you call us ahead of time, the closing may be a little bit longer, but especially in this neighborhood where affordable housing is becoming almost like the dinosaurs type of system, this may be an avenue you can for the limited of the tenant. This program will work for those who just, you know, this program will work for those who say, I tried everything, went to Bank of America, went to Chase, I went to those institutions. And yeah, that will be this money, but is it going to be in the home that I want to live? Because sometimes if the inventory is slack, your choices becomes even easier. What this program will do, you can want to live in Grandma Hotel, but you don't have the money to live in it. That's okay. Find your house outside of Grandma Hotel. The house will need you to guess what? If you want to live in a house in a couple of years, you move a couple of blocks into Grandma. That's how generational works. So, this is one thing I noticed about video games. I got you. I think I got you. I see your hand raised, young lady.
What you actually do as a consultant.
Oh, well, sure. Well, again, that's not asking. Basically, don't basically, that's what I do. We have to have that's as a consultant, my job is to get involved with vendors. That's not stuff. That's not me. I get involved with a vendor or home buyers that I'm buying a house or, I mean, this call here, depending on when I get called, I either go out into the home section or I get called out and go out into the building section. On the flyer that you have in front of you, you see a line item that says, please go to the let me explain to you why that's not a good idea. That is a very bad idea. Vendors don't understand, they just push the product out. But if you find a home that is 100 years old, and that home, you know, that home, it has potential. But based on the contract they sit out there to bid, you're not looking at some good picture. They're looking at what their borrower, the buyer, or borrower want to look at. As a consultant, that's not my job. That's what we do. My job is to go out to the home and A, find out what is the minimum property standards at the home. That is the most important phrase you will see in the process, minimum property standards. Because whatever loan you want to get, whether it's 203K, whether it's banking home side, whatever, that's going to be taken care of first before you're deciding. So, don't watch HGTV for this little thing. Right. Little property standards are not free. It's your rule, it's your foundation. There's even things over handle. That's minimum property standard. If it's not going to be addressed, they're not going to touch it. So those things have to be addressed in addition to the 5 items that you want. So once you put all that together and come up with a price to do the budget, that's when the fund talks about this closing, that's when we start contracts that didn't work. That's when I come out here and do my session. So I know all the things, the reason why I'm going to my city. So, first, if anybody have any questions? Yes.
It's not really a question, but it's just to say, Walker has credibility as a real estate broker, as a certified real estate consultant. I call, he shows up for the inspection. He don't just be here. Right. So he's there, he's honest, upfront, and I'm not doing that because, you know, we work in the same high school graduates. But and for me, it's all about credibility, right? And if he wasn't, I would tell him, Walker, this didn't work, you know, hey. And then I'm following back up with my client, how did Walker work for me? And I do that for everybody. If it don't work, I'm not recommending that person. And if you call me and say, hey, well, what's going on? Then, you know, my client doesn't help me with their service, and it wasn't working. Second, third, or whatever. So we really have to start holding people accountable. If somebody wrong, if somebody's honest, if somebody does not do a job right, you can report them to the judge, business bureau, and make sure that somebody else doesn't suffer the same fate that you just suffered. Because it could break you. You know, you could be broken in process, and then when you break them with, what are you going to do? So just keep on thinking like you can report them to all of us. It's like a sandwich. Report to the camera. Report. But when they're doing good, give them those good reviews on Yelp, on Google review, on for them, on the rate your agent, on your website, whatever. Just make sure you
Thank you very much.
As you're now over, Walter, can you have them record that on your website? Okay.
I will.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let's go.
So I like to go, so I do the first for a client or homeowner. You require us to provide a warranty for the homeowner or our work. And if so, how long?
One of those things, hard to warranty, very people in the business process. So, you have your own warranty, one fire, one spray. So that's not a thing that's going to prevent you. That's a bad opportunity. Any more questions?
I'm gonna say you should give some sort of warranty or some sort of guarantee, 30, 60, 90 days, a year, you know, if there is an issue or a defect. But that's where, and if the defect was a bad job, and if somebody has to come behind you and do that work, now it's gonna cost you more money. It's a hard story as a real estate broker and as a HUD housing counselor to hear how the shoddy job is being done, and how these contractors are having to go back to this and like that.
That is wise advice. So you know what, we need to do fine. I said I'm gonna be shot here by 12. I'm gonna have to stay a little bit longer. I got back to you. Please. What do you tell them to have to go from here to noise? So I'm gonna say three points. Why should borrowers go officers and military care about educated contractors on 203K money? Educated contractors is important because it creates relationships and operations. From the borrower perspective, it maximizes investment. So educated contractors is what borrowers should find the most suitable relationship that aligns with the program. To ensure the borrower's investment and the property delivered the highest opportunity. Was in it for loan. They facilitate borrower contracting interaction. Terms we tell you to the council. When you have a bad contract, it changes the whole dynamic of that person's perception of what is your home is. You do not want to get a bad news. You don't want to get nobody, whether it's a contractor or that you don't have to listen. So this is a relationship that we're talking about. To a relative, it is expansion, it is education, contractors involved, you know, the network and all kinds of whatever you need. So I just think I can tell by so, ladies and gentlemen and children, thank you for attending this workshop. Give yourself a hand. Thank you. Thank you.